topic related to the behavior of this type of fluid. And the first one is known as angle of contact. Angle of contact. It is under surface tension only. Angle of contact. Angle of contact. So to understand angle of contact, we can just draw two figures. One is in mercury, where cohesive force of attraction between the particles are more, and another one is adhesive force in that case. So we can have a small picture of a water droplets. Water droplets, this is figure A. And if you draw a perpendicular to here, slantingly, if you draw a tangent, you cannot perpendicular, actually we are drawing a tangent. This tangent is connecting, is giving you an angle, theta. So, at any tangent of a spherical drop or water droplets, this is a droplet which is not spreading, just like a oil drop. Just think a drop. Or a drop on a lotus leaf. You know, on lotus leaf and yam leaf and all, water droplets are there. The yam leaf did not wet the leaf and did not wet. And we are using sometimes plantain leaf also. You know, instead of umbrella, olden times people used to use the plantain leaf. Okay, during rain time. So yam leaf, lotus leaf and all, if you put a drop of water, it will not spread. It will form a small spherical water droplets. So in that cases, angle of contact will be, if you draw a tangent at that particular surface, and if you draw a line like this, you will get a connected angle of contact. So this is in that case. Similarly, just imagine a drop is spreading on a surface, and suppose this we take a tangent here. So this is making an angle here. So this is angle of contact in the case of a liquid. So depending upon the nature and where these droplets are touching, we can make an angle. We can assume there is an angle, and that quantity we call it as angle of contact. And this is different. This is different for different surfaces where they contact. Okay. Metallic surface may be different. Wooden surface may be different. Tiles may be different. In this case, you know, polished surfaces, water will be spilled very faster or water will spread. But rough surface, it may not spread faster. So it is fully dependent upon the contact between the surface and the droplets. So that is known as angle of contact. So write down. The surface of a liquid, the surface of a liquid, the surface of liquid near the plane of contact, near the plane of contact, near the plane of contact with another medium, with another medium, with another medium is generally curved, generally curved. Next line is the definition of angle of contact. The angle of contact between the surface, the angle of contact between the surface is the Tangent to the liquid surface. Tangent to the liquid surface. Tangent to the liquid surface. Tangent to the liquid surface at the point of contact. At the point of contact, liquid surface at the point of contact, and solid surface. And solid surface. And solid surface. And solid surface. Okay, so this is known as angle of contact. So angle of contact is the between the two surfaces is the angle, the tangent to the liquid surface at the point of contact and solid surface inside the liquid. Okay, so that is known as angle of contact. It is different. Next line. It is different. It is different at interface. Interface means where they both meet. It is different at interfaces of different pairs of different pairs of liquids and solids. Liquids and solids. Pairs of liquids and solids. And what is the use of this? Why we are learning all this angle of contact? Because this angle will explain to you whether a liquid will spread or not. Okay, just like this is also used in the automobile engineering. So because we are using engine oil, castor oil, petrol, diesel, all that. So it is just give you determine whether any liquid will, how much it will spread, how much effect it will come. You see, whenever petrol is leaking from the tanker, suppose it is leaking by drop by one line, even you light that one drop of petrol on the road, this it will catch fire and it will reach to the petrol tank. You see, you have seen in movies and also many things are happening. It's not necessary that you should put the fire in that petrol tank. Even suppose if it is leaking 1 kilometer away, the wherever the droplets goes, if you put one fire there, it will reach, the fire can reach to the petrol tank. This is what we do in the case of a crackers, crackers, and in our temples and all we use that the kadina. All these are same thing like that. It will be spread. So for this kind of explosive things, it is very necessary whenever you feel in an automobile or whenever you feel in aeroplane, and you have to check whether how much is the how much it can spread in case one leakage is there, how much that fuel can spread, or is that the fuel will only in that particular point. So these are all very important for the safety measures whenever we take in the case of ship as well as aeroplane. Okay, so that is why we have to measure this angle of contact. So this is all part of engineering level. We have to, so many quantities in our life. If you want to manufacture a single instrument or single machine, we have to take in consideration of all type of physical quantities in order to make that machine is successful. Okay, so that's why. And you remember that Wright brothers, how many times they tried to make the aeroplane? Similarly, Thomas Alva Edison, how many times he tried to make a bulb? So all these are trial and error method. If you want to manufacture a machine, it include trial and error experiment to achieve that target. So all these quantities we have to take it in consideration if it is related to fluid mechanics. So when you have a aeroplane, car, If you are going to that level, manufacturing industry of car, aeroplane, train, we not only require solid mechanics, we also require the fluid mechanics, so that we can see that relation between the car surface, engine, and engine oil, petrol, diesel, all that things. Clear? So that is the importance of angle of contact, surface tension, viscosity, all that. So some of you have sent the message, what is the definition of viscosity? Children, you can just write that first definition what I have given. Viscosity is the resistive force to the flow of motion in fluids. I have given that. There are 2, 3 I have given. Write one definition. Clear? Okay. So you can write the importance of angle of contact. Write down. The value of theta determines whether a liquid will forms droplets, whether the liquid will forms droplets or will spread on a large area of a solid. Will spread on large area of solid. It will form droplets or it will spread on a large surface area of the solid. Okay, so that is the importance of, if you look at that picture, angle of contact of the droplets, it make an obtuse angle, means acute angle, that means small angle, but angle of contact of that liquid which is spreading, it has giving an obtuse angle. So there's a difference in the value of angle. From that we can find out how much it will be. Okay. Next term we are going to learn is capillary rise. That also related to surface tension. Capillary rise. So a simple equation for us to understand the capillary rise is the behavior of water and the mercury. Water and the mercury. These are the easy you want to understand that difference between capillarity of the liquids. Capillarity means how much a liquid can make a tube of flow or whether it can spread. So that is the reason for it. So we can have a beaker, and inside the beaker there is an open test tube. Then there is a water level here. Inside the beaker also there is a water level. So when you draw, you can see there's a rise on the sticking. Always if you check it in your tumbler, take a half portion of the tumbler with water, you will look at the edges of the open surface. You can see there is a rise. There's a rise of small layer of water on upward because of atmospheric pressure. So there is a force is acting, pulling the liquid molecules to upward. At the same time, there is a force which is acting downward. So if you look at the tumbler, if you take a glass tumbler, fill half portion of that glass tumbler, you just observe the end part of the free surface. You can see some droplets of water is making a concave shape on that. So this is not simply they are concave shape because of the glass tumbler. No, this is liquid molecules are pulled by the outside pressure or outside force. So that is why it is making a concave shape. So this is the capillarity rise. So how much it will rise due to external forces. So this is water. And in the case of mercury, barometer, you remember. If you invert that mercury like that, and you can see there is a convex shape of thing is falling in that mercury. Yes?
Ma'am, in the first figure, like the test tube, it won't be closed.
Test tube down, it is not closed, it is inverted. No, both the side is open. Both the side is open. Then only it will experience atmospheric pressure, no?
Yes, ma'am.
The down part means making the water to rise up. Upper part is open so that atmospheric pressures act. But mercury we cannot open in the surface because mercury get evaporated. So that's why we are using in thermometer and barometer in closed container. And barometer also, mercury is upside down. Open end is upside down, inverted. But this side you can see, even there is, if you just imagine there is an atmospheric pressure is acting, but it is not rising. This is maybe the reason of density or nature of the mercury. So that is what surface tension purely not only depends upon other factors, also depends upon nature of the material. So looking at the water, mercury is high denser and atmospheric pressure which is acting on may not be much stronger between their intermolecular force of attraction. Here intermolecular force of attraction is less. In mercury, intermolecular force of attraction between the mercury molecules are stronger than atmospheric pressure. So that is why a slight change in pressure can make a change in the mercury. So this is not a capillary rise. So from this you can, depending upon the pressure difference, actually capillary or capillarity of a liquid is fully depend upon the pressure difference between the liquid as well as the external outcomes. Gravity can be a reason, gravitational force can be a reason, density can be a reason, height also can be a reason. So all these are affected on capillary rise. So write down capillarity of a liquid, capillarity of a liquid depends upon pressure difference between the two sides of the top surface. Two sides means one is liquid surface, other one out of air, that surface, air surface. Two sides of the top surface as a result, some liquid forms a concave shape on top surface and on top surface or convex shape liquid will make a concave shape on the top surface or convex shape.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Convex, like where is the convex
Convex
shape?
is like this, upside down, this one, mercury. This is a convex
No,
shape.
ma'am, both are on the surface itself, right?
Surface itself. So concave shape on top surface or convex shape on the top surface. That's why I used the word or. This or this. Okay, thus the pressure of the water inside. From this what we understand. In the case of water, pressure inside pressure is less as we compare to atmospheric pressure, and in mercury it will be more. So you can write thus pressure of the water inside the tube, one minute. Okay, so pressure of the water inside the tube at air water interface or meniscus is less than atmospheric pressure. Less than atmospheric pressure. While we continue with it, while in the case of
Ma'am,
while
air water interface is less than that of
less
atmospheric
than
pressure.
atmospheric pressure, less than the atmospheric pressure, comma, while in mercury interior pressure is greater than atmospheric pressure. Now there is no definition, derivation for it. You can just learn the equation. Thus, pressure difference in a liquid equal to 2 that is surface tension, 2s divided by a sec theta. That's because of the angle. We are not going to learn that this thing, or 2s by a divided by cos theta, because 1 by sec theta is cos theta, no? Sec theta 1 by cos theta. So that way we can write this way also, 2s by a cos theta. Where S is the surface tension, Theta is the angle of contact. Theta is the angle of contact. Theta is the angle of contact. And A cos theta is the horizontal component of radius. A cos theta is the horizontal component of radius of the meniscus. Meniscus means air-water interface, whether it's concave or convex. Radius of the meniscus. Now, next line on the point, how can you
Ma'am,
understand? Yes?
ma'am, A sec theta, right? Or A cos theta?
2s by, no, a, 1 minute, a 2s by x, a sec theta and, sorry, cos theta, not a sec theta, cos theta. Cos theta is the horizontal component of radius. Then next line you can write, if cos theta is negative, 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 liquid will be lower in the capillary. Liquid will be lower in the capillary, like in the case of mercury. In the case of mercury. Children, 1 by sec theta is equal to cos theta only, no? Trigonometry. Correct. Appo this is a component cannot be cos theta alone. It is a cos theta. Correct only. See, 2s a sec theta. We can also write, no, 2s by a into cos theta. 1 by sec theta is equal to cos theta, no? Okay. That is why. So otherwise, cos theta alone cannot not be a component, no? There should be a value. If theta is negative, cos theta is negative, not theta. If cos theta is negative, the liquid will be lower in capillarity. And it's clear. If cos theta is positive, a liquid will be higher in capillarity, just like a water. Okay? Okay. So, Divya, 1 minute. Divya, miss. Yes. Okay, children. So that's about. So we are already completed this topic, fluid mechanics, and what we left with is some of the problems. Okay, children, for your final exam, already it is decided. Your final exam going to be first week of February, March, February something. So that will be given by you. 1 minute.